Hi guys, welcome to Salty Reflections. This is Stephanie and Oliver, and we are on a beautiful Barrier Island beach today. We've already come all the way down this beach and collected some treasures.
Lots of treasures.
Lots and lots of treasures.
One of our favorites. Check this big guy out. Big knob. Well, got an old Clorox bottle, got an old jar that isn't a threaded top, and we can't figure out exactly what that is. We've got sand dollars, we've got olive shells, a little bit of everything, right, Steph?
We do.
We've had a really good day so far, and we got to haul buggy back to our boat, guys. It is about an hour till sunset here, so it's about right at like 4:45 to 5 o'clock now. So we got to boogie on down through here, walk kind of fast with you guys and show you what we find. We can't mess around.
We're going to be walking towards the sun, so we apologize for the glare. And
lots of oysters out here today.
Lots of oysters up in this area for sure. Oh, we found something over here in the mud.
I'm not going to wait around to dig them up with you guys. I'm just trying to get to them as fast as we can so we can make that time getting back to the boat. But look there, that's got a lot of gray to it.
It's pretty.
Definitely a nice 6-incher, 7. You are along for the ride, a beach walk with 2 shell hoarders, if you can't tell.
Oh, right, I see some points.
Yep. There you go. Pretty.
It is.
Nice.
It is. And like you said, we're going to be walking, and it's about 60 degrees today.
Sand dollar.
The more newly deceased one. It is up here on the beach. Bleached out a little on the back, still kind of green on the front. Hasn't lost all the philia yet off of it.
And we're kind of sniffling as we go along. If you hear us kind of sniffling, it was an 8-mile ride out to this Barrier Island by boat. So the sniffling come from being out in this cold wind. Even though it was 60 degrees, it's starting to cool off out here now. And it's going to be a chilly ride back, I'm sure.
Yeah. The sacrifices we make to take our saltaholics shelling.
That's right.
And of course ourselves. I mean, look at all these treasures we have found with you guys. What I was going to say though a moment ago was, if you want to feel like you're walking along with us truly, which you are, this is as real as it gets walking down the beach. But jump on your treadmill or elliptical and walk along with us.
If you're able.
If you're able, of course.
We're getting our exercise.
We're trying. That wagon is so heavy. You're definitely getting yours at the moment. Aw, a little broken angel wing.
Let's see.
I see some points right here. Look how the waves have left a little divot all around this little beauty. But probably about 4 inches or so, 4.5 maybe.
We love them big whelks.
We sure do.
We have hundreds of them. And believe it or not, that right there in that cart today is probably at least 50. At least. That's what I'm estimating. And we've been,
maybe even more.
And we've been a little bit selective. If they were broken too bad, we kind of left them behind. If there was a live animal in it, we left it. Right here to your right. Ooh. And we got another one up there, another 10 feet away. Nice. Uh-oh, here's something we hadn't seen today. question for you ladies out there watching. What is this? I know what it is. Stephanie knows what it is. We've learned it over time, but leave it in the comments so the ones that are reading the comments will know what this is, ladies. I know there's some smart ones out here watching.
Pretty, pretty.
We're gonna keep that.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty.
Nice. Man, that sun is going down kind of fast on us. Or I guess it's at the same rate. We just got a long ways to travel before it gets all the way down, right?
He made it stop. Well, he's getting that. Let's take a look at this. Stuck up here in the dunes. Old crab trap.
This is the problem. This is what has kept us out here this long and walking this beach. Be able to share these videos and these finds, true beach finds, with everyone watching. Much love and appreciation to all you guys out there, you ladies that are watching our videos. It's amazing to go around sometimes and meet people that have watched our videos and are enjoying them. I surely appreciate it, and I know Stephanie does also.
I sure do. We put in a lot of work and effort to make Salty Reflections, so we are always appreciative of you guys who like to come along with us.
And the videos have been a little slow coming to the channel lately. It's winter.
That's right.
We've been kind of in the house, you know, just staying cooped up and doing other things.
An angel wing. The tips broke a little bit, but still pretty nice.
But as soon as we realized today that it was going to be 60 degrees and sunny, what the heck? Let's go out there and let's try to find some sea treasures and video it. And these are deceased. They're washed way up here. There's no movement on them. If it was alive, you'd definitely see the hair feel on it kind of moving around.
Yeah, you can see these shells have been up here for the whole tide cycle. They're already very wind blown. Or sand blown, I should say. Wind blown with the sand over them. You can see what I mean right here, where the sand has pushed over these shells and it's actually covering them up in that direction. So it makes these right here really difficult to see because all these are shells that are just covered in sand.
Oh, look over there.
Oh.
Look how it's positioned. Check that out.
That's a pretty one. Hello, beauty.
A little busted, but
yeah,
oh well.
The end of the siphon of the canal is a little broke.
What you think?
That's fine with me.
Let's leave it.
Sure.
Give somebody else something to come look for. That shell we left behind. And this beach, you know, it's constantly washing these shells up. And I think one reason why this beach here is good for shelling is look at the gentle slope. From the low tide line down there where the water is to the high tide line here, it's about 75 to 100 yards. So it's a gentle slope, so the ocean can easily wash these shells up on this beach. here's one over here. Another. Man, man, man. This wagon's getting heavy.
I know it.
And we got to pick it up, pick the cart up, and put it back in the boat, loaded.
Whew. We're gonna have to use all our muscles.
Hey, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, that's right.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Stephanie couldn't do it without me, and I couldn't do it without her.
Had to unload them one by one.
You know how it is to have that person in your life that helps you with everything, you know.
It's good to have that. I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, always be thankful for it, guys, because at any time, you know, we know that, you know, something can happen to either one of us or both of us, and the thought of living without each other and being able to help each other and trying to adapt to life without the other, it's a scary, scary thought. And we just want to be thankful. We always try to show each other love. We get a little mad and stuff just like anybody else, but hey, that is just what it is, right?
That's right. We're human.
Oh, is that a shark eye? No, it's actually a pear whale.
Channel whale that is got the tip busted
Yeah, channel whale. Sorry.
Y'all have heard me say it before, guys. We are not scripted, so if you hear us say something a little backwards, we don't mind you correcting us, because we try to correct ourselves if we notice it, but sometimes we just say whatever's on our mind. Well, we're actually distracted because, you know what, we're on a treasure hunt.
Well, I've learned sometimes that, you know, it's not even good to try to edit out all the things that you do wrong. Then the videos really just don't feel real to me. So, you know, everybody's got issues and everybody's got problems. Sometimes we make mistakes, and we're all human.
Yeah, we're not really trying to shoot you guys a, you know, LA Hollywood movie here. Hollywood ain't got nothing on us. I'd rather be on this beach every day versus Hollywood.
Especially right now.
I don't know, I hear they got some nice beaches someplace over there too. I'd like to go visit maybe.
There's way too much going on the west coast of the U.S. now for me to want to be out there.
Oh, no.
You guys that are watching along, you know what I'm talking about. You're seeing the news, you hear it.
That's right. If you're of the praying sort, say a prayer for everybody out there. Each and every one of us, all the time, really. It's terrible. I see some points. Ooh, yeah, baby. Come to mama.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to overload this wagon today.
This thing is heavy too.
It is. Wow, man, it's thick.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a 1/4 inch thick through here. So imagine, you know, putting a bunch of rocks or cement in a cart and pulling it down a beach, and that's kind of what this is like. Luckily, this area that we're walking on, this is hard packed from the water. We're right on the edge of the high tide line now. If we got over there beyond that, you would be into softer sand, but we don't want to venture over that way anyhow, because we know that, you know, it's not right to go up there in those sand dunes. If you ever come out on these beaches and stuff, or any beach exploring, try not to venture into those sand dunes, or go over there as little as possible, because you can cause erosion and stuff that, you know, unforeseen.
And it's not legal. You could not go up into the sand dunes. It's not legal on any South Carolina beach. I don't know, a lot of other states are like that as well. And the reason I showed this area earlier while he was talking was, you can see his track marks there. Not digging down too much into the sand, thank goodness.
Here's another right here, but you can see it's kind of busted up, and I'm going to leave that one also.
And this is a lightning whelk here. You see the opening, the aperture is on the left.
Whereas,
and Oliver's getting a different one.
Whereas this one's on the right.
That's right.
That means this one's right side the big hole. That hole's on the left of that. So that's the lightning whelk.
And the lightning whelks, they're not as fragile or as thin as the channeled whelks, but the lightning whelks are not as thick as the knobbed whelks or the kiner whelks.
Different areas of the country, you know, the lightning whelks can be, you know, more abundant.
Common, yeah.
Abundant, common than, you know, it is here in South Carolina.
Yeah, typically if you go to Florida and find a whelk like these, it's most likely going to be the lightning whelk. Whereas in the Georgia, South Carolina, actually the upper part of Florida too, like Jacksonville, Daytona area, you might find, but they don't really have shells on their beaches like this.
Just wanted to give you guys a little look at this one. A lot of orange colors in that. And what is that there, the arc?
It is a type of arc, and there's tons and tons of types of arcs.
Here's another shell we're looking at, just saltwater mussel.
Yep, and they call it the blue mussel because it does have that like opalescence with the blue hue.
Anybody know what this one is, Stephanie?
Channeled
What
duck.
does it look like?
A sailor's ear.
A sailor's ear.
Channeled duck clam. Be a little bitty one.
Kind of shaped like an ear.
That's right. And it is a channeled duck clam. If you look on one side of that bivalve, it'll have a little channel running down it. And that is why it's called that.
Oh, look at this. This is probably the biggest olive that we have found today.
Especially with the shine on it.
Lettered olive.
Yeah.
South Carolina state shell.
That
Right
is
there.
awesome. Gorgeous. Don't hit those sand dollars, please.
Uh-oh. It's okay. I'll find you another one if it breaks.
It didn't break.
I didn't think so.
Gotta look out for them though, because they will get broke easy. Those sand dollars. If you ever make it home with a sand dollar, you've done
Check
something.
this right here out.
Oh, I see like 4 or 5 of them. Do 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 do. Sea sponge.
Yeah, we're not.
That one's kind of mangled up a little bit, but I love these with the holes out of them. They always remind me of the cartoons when, you know, especially under the sea, with all the little bubbles coming out of them.
Yeah.
And I picked up.
You talking to me or are you talking to them?
I'm talking to all of you.
Okay.
All my saltaholics out there. Let me light you up. Turn you on. Hey, look at here. Oh no, that wasn't today. I found the light bulb. I done found a plug earlier when Oliver was walking around. One of you guys, I didn't even show you guys that. And now I done found an outlet. We almost ready to go.
We're gonna have power out here soon.
We'll keep on, we'll have some power. If you could make it run off a snot, we'd have you ready to go today.
That's a dirty word to say out here.
What, today?
Snot.
Snot? Put it on bread and eat it hot. You ever heard that?
I've heard
Chicken
all
snot?
kind of little sayings, and that one I have heard. Chicken snot, put it on bread and eat it hot.
Y'all ever heard that? What's that mean?
Give us a little saying in the comments that you've heard over the years.
Something that's a little unusual like that one. Let us know if you've ever heard of that. Chicken snot, put it on bread and eat it hot.
Yep. If you don't know by now, Stephanie and I, we're talkers.
We'll talk to you for sure.
We'll talk to the camera for sure. We're really not like very out social type anyhow. You know, we got a handful of people or more that we hang out with and stuff most of the time. But besides that, like going to thrift stores, yard sales, little shopping, we don't get out and associate too much. So we take all of that time and build it up so that when we come out here, we can talk our butts off. Look here.
Oh, I was about to go a different direction. Oh, and I'm finding another one on the way to you.
Oh man.
A beauty. a little broken beauty. That one's covered in a little matrix and broken. Check that one out.
So tell us, was it worth our time and effort to come out here and bring you guys along? Was it worth it? It was for us. We're excited about all these finds.
We are. I'm excited to see if this big lightning whelk right here is whole. Oh, wonk, wonk, wonk.
I'm definitely glad we didn't stay at home and wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Never know who would have come out here and beat us out.
Piece right there broken. Look at how black that one is. Got orange on the inside.
You ladies that do a lot of shelling, you know what I'm talking about. You got those hot spots that you want to get to before anybody else. It's kind of like, you know, the fishermen and crabbers. Nature is what supplies the gifts, right? And you want to be the first to walk it and see what's out there. So that's why I was joking around about other people being out here. Actually, when we got here, there was 2 more people walking this area. I didn't see them picking up very much like we are.
Yeah, even during the winter today, we were still the 3rd boat out here. But this big piece of glass, I wanted to pick it up.
Yeah, somebody could easily get their foot cut or something on that.
And that somebody could easily be me,
especially
or one of my
summertime.
grandbabies here soon when it gets hot. Looking forward to those days. I'm ready for some actual beach weather. I'll come to the beach, but I prefer beach weather. 70 and above would be great.
How many of y'all
sunny.
like doing the polar plunges?
Ooh.
Like they do right here in our state park beach, Hunting Island here. Beautiful beach, lighthouse, campground. But they do a polar plunge every year and hundreds of people go out there during the winter time and plunge into the water.
Whew. It's something to see, I know that.
I know who ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be doing that neither.
It's funny how ain't used to not be a word.
Ain't gonna do it.
Like used to and ain't. Us southern folks, we got a way of putting words together. And we try to be a little more appropriate with our wording on video. You probably wouldn't be able to understand this most of the time. We're like over yonder.
I said that a while ago. Well,
and we don't really, you know, a lot of times you hear us say, hey guys, how y'all doing? Well, here we like, hey y'all.
Yeah, that's why I say hey y'all all the time. But look at this little beauty I spotted. I'm glad you stopped right there to talk so I could look while you were talking. Look at that little pear wheel. Ain't it precious?
Look at that line across it.
Yep. It's unique.
We're about to get back to the boat. We got half a mile.
Half a mile, he say. That's the kind of stuff you'll hear in the South. Big piece of broken one. Actually, I know you hear people talk all kind of ways all over the world. You know, we watch YouTube too, so people talk all kind of ways. Every language has slang. Look at that little beauty. And no matter where you go in the world, people appreciate beauty, inside and outside. Ooh, made me do a double take. Look at there. Golly. Look at there, Oliver. Let me get the dirt out of the back of it so I can make sure nothing's on it or in it. I don't think so since it's packed in. Okay, good. Ooh, sorry, I almost stabbed you.
A little insight to run my mouth with you guys a little bit, you ladies a little bit. Salty Reflections, the name, the channel. Basically this channel, we come up with the name because it's our saltwater, because we love the coastal area, our saltwater adventures and memories, and throughout YouTube we've been able to share those with others, and we're proud to say we're over 22,000 subscribers now, and would be greatly honored for you to become a subscriber and come along with us on our videos. And we know that everyone doesn't like videos like this, but if you do, that would be great.
Look up there, I see two little precious ones. And this is one of those areas where you could come and just sit in the shell pile. You could make it this far down the beach, because I mean, just look how many shells there are here. And the more you sift through them, the more you would find all kind of things. Like I said, those two little things I picked up just then. One's a little tiny channeled whelk, and this pear whelk, and the auger. And I feel sure there are probably thousands more little beauties in all of this. One of my favorite little things to find are the baby's ears. So too bad we need to make it back to the boat.
Check this, there's a little find right here, guys, ladies. Kind of hidden right here.
Oh yeah. Beautiful,
and
shiny olive.
You see where the sun's positioned now?
Yep.
We still got the hook. Yippee-yi-oh, yippee-yi-yay, today has been a shell of a day.
It sure has. Look at there, big oysters in it.
I called this right here a shell of a day.
He pointing at this one and grabbing one on the other side.
Somebody had already turned this one here up. I can see that spot there. Remember I mentioned somebody had walked down the beach, and you know, some people don't pick them up, but they had kicked it out of that hole there, looks like.
Yep. So
thanks for leaving us that treasure, Mr. Randy. If you're watching, there's an olive. Crib.
Oh, there's another olive. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't even know that's who that was. See? I was too busy shelling. Like a mule with blinders on. I'm like that in Walmart too, guys. So if I ever walk past you and I know you and I don't speak to you, don't take it to harm. I'm just trying to get in and out.
Pretty orange color in that right there, orange.
It sure is. And that line in it, and growth lines. As I've mentioned before, you know, shells, they produce their own, you know.
To your right there, 10 yards, 5 yards straight.
I don't see anything yet, so you tell me. Cold or hot? Oh, okay, I see it now. I wasn't looking far enough up. Peaches and salmons, beautiful. Look there. Pretty whelk. You want me to shut up? Show me a shell. I'll get to thinking about it and not what I was talking about. Oh, that one's broke. It was a shark eye shell.
I don't know if you've showed one of these right here yet.
It's a pear whelks. Yeah, we found a little one earlier. Oh, that one's got a, oh, he's dead. He's like hard.
You want to leave it? It'd be stinky.
We're gonna leave it. All right.
Look where this had washed up. It was still attached and looks like it is broken now.
One side is.
Oh, it's still together.
So a shell like this, if you come upon it and it's got the little cartilage there, as long as you don't bend it and you take this shell and you put it in like a cabinet or something, it will stay just like that without falling apart for a really long time.
Man,
but if you ever bend it, that's it. It's going to come apart.
You want to try to keep it?
That's up to you.
It's up to
Once
you.
that cartilage comes...
They're yours.
No, you can put it back down then.
We're going to leave it.
Once that cartilage
look at that.
is hard like that, because it is, when I felt it, I could tell it's hard and tough.
Get a little close up. Very, very nice. Here we are running our mouth, stopping, looking at shells.
But yeah, once that cartilage gets hard, it won't be able to take you bending it. As long as it is still soft, you know, when it's still wet or something like that, if you find it under the water. But once it dries out, not.
If this hat wasn't if this hat wasn't so beat up, you guys might would see me in another video with it. Love the beach treasure.
Have a largemouth bass on there.
A little bit too.
Yeah, that one's seen its better days. It'll be best for the trash. A little piece of sea whip, which is a type of soft coral. Piece of beach trash. Old milk jug. This is where these microplastics come from. It is like brittle in my hands right now, like everywhere I touch, just like wanting to pop apart. So of course it will disintegrate eventually into tons and tons of little pieces of plastic trash, creating microplastics.
You see how this wagon's starting to settle down in the sand?
Yeah.
We got to get back to the boat.
Building them muscles for sure right there.
You better believe it. You should see my calf muscles, how big they are now from pulling carts.
Yeah, we mentioned people being out here before, and there are some footprints right here in the sand, so you can see some footprints.
Oh, right here.
Right here where they probably walked over and spoke about that beauty and left it right there.
They said, let salty reflections pick it up. You know they won't leave it behind.
That's right.
I hope they ain't cussing us out.
Well, if they are, they can do it all they want.
Another little one. There's one right up there, but it's a little bit beyond the high tide area, is it? Right in there?
Yep. Yeah, the high tide was right there.
Well, there's really no markers or anything out here, so we kind of judge by where Spartina kind of stops, the washed up Spartina.
And he's talking about these, you know, the pieces, what we call reeds also, the pieces of Spartina grass that have broken free, the dead pieces that come off in the wintertime. Piece of driftwood.
Yeah, look how orange looking it is, red.
Might have something to do with that orange sunset there, gleaming on it. Little shark eye there. I hope so. He said he hopes the boat's still there for you guys who didn't hear him. I hope so. Oh, look at there. I like these too. Very unusual. It's just a shark eye shell that was in the same place long enough, so obviously it was already deceased, the shell out of it when this happened, and it's got oysters growing on it. Croaker sack. Tell us you've been watching our channel since the beginning without telling us. And I'm referring to something with an oyster sack. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that the boat will.
But I mean croaker sack.
I'm pretty sure that the boat will still be here, guys, because the anchor that I'm using, it's way oversized for the boat we use. But anything's possible.
That's right.
You know, when you don't walk 3 miles, it can be a sight to see when you get back and the boat's up on the beach. It has happened to us.
And I'm okay with that as long as we don't come back and the boat's gone. That's the real issue.
And if you ever do find yourself in a situation like that, don't panic. Just, you know, wait on that tide.
It's gonna come back. You might be there for a while, but it's gonna come back.
That was perfectly cut. Piece of a board.
Yeah. And that wood, since that is nature, I'm gonna leave that. But I picked up this plastic mini muffins plastic container. I see a piece of someone's red Solo cup.
You got one right yonder, one right there.
One right yonder.
Yeah, yonder.
Where's yonder? Oh, I see yonder. And I see this one yonder. And actually, he said kind of chonder. Or he said right yonder. That one had a little broken spot on it. Since it's already heavy, I'm being a little more selective. This one's sort of faded. I probably should leave it, but...
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a shell hoarder, so this is the kind of stuff we deal with.
Guys,
I've got issues.
I really think that people truly love us, because look what they kicked up and left right here. And I know their thoughts was, you know, that they did not want our video to end up being where we didn't have any finds. So, and we didn't either.
No, we didn't.
We didn't want that either, because I mean, there's times when we have walked down this beach. Don't think it's always like this.
Oh no.
What is the biggest aspect or makes it where you think that we are finding a lot of shells out here at this time? Leave it in the comments. I know why I think there's a lot of shells out here right now.
Like this beauty right here. Ooh, beautiful olive. Oh, that little shark eye's busted up. Were you pointing at something I didn't see you? Oh, yeah. We're right here. I see it now. Ooh, those are the pretty color ones. Beautiful, beautiful.
All I can tell you guys and ladies is this beach right here, it doesn't get, you know, heavy foot traffic.
A lot of people do visit this beach, but a lot of them don't walk this beach. Or maybe just not as often as us. Or maybe they're just not willing to walk as far as we do. But we are willing to even come out on the cold days sometimes. And look at here. There's not one of these in sight on this island anyway. There are some across the way yonder, but pine cone. And we're, you know, pretty used to pine cones here. I feel like they're everywhere. They're actually an aggravation and a nuisance. But I know people that sell pine cones, buy pine cones.
We hadn't picked up many of these guys today. I kind of like that dark layer around the bottom of that.
And one thing we did learn is if you like that dark layer and you want it to stay there, do not dip the shell in muriatic acid. And I like that yellow one. It's got lots of color, so I'm going to keep that sea whip there. And it is deceased. It is detached. Right here is where it would have attached to whatever hard surface it would have been on when it was living. Oliver pointed out another pretty find, another whelk.
I think this time of the year is our favorite time to come out here when we get a good day.
Yeah.
And there's a reason behind that.
Yep, it's right there. We love a big wagon full of shells. What's your reason behind it, Oliver?
Well, I'd rather not say. I'd let them figure it out. I don't see the boat.
Well, we ain't got far enough around yet to see it. Look, I seen this plastic I was about to grab and got a little olive too. Ooh, look at there what he drove. His track's right there. He drove right past this little beauty. I'm just glad he didn't step on it. Because then this little beauty would be back into sand dollar pieces. Uh-oh, looks like that sand got softer there. He's found another beauty.
Yeah, you better believe this sand's getting soft and I'm having to stop to take breaks.
We'll take a break for a little while, that's for sure.
I'm trying to get back to the boat. I ain't got time to take a break. Not really.
You're getting close enough now, you're all right.
Yeah, but we got 8 miles back to the land and stuff. Yeah. I don't want to be out here at dark.
Here's worse things. Piece of a old crab pipe buoy. Somebody with the color, at least some part of red. Oh yeah, we hadn't seen a whole one of those today. I've only seen little pieces. And I hadn't even mentioned it, I don't think.
This is a big one too.
This isn't what I was talking about, but look how pretty that is too.
Look how pretty that is. And then look at this right here. So we're going to try to figure out if this is a molt or a dead horseshoe crab. And one way to do it, this one I'm not going to be able to tell, but usually if there's a crack around this top section and it's kind of complete and it's cracked all the way around, usually that's a molt. And there was somebody that was exploring Myrtle Beach the other day, and they come across a piece of treasure on the beach, or what they thought was a treasure, and they had asked about it in a message to us, and they had found something that looked just like this right here. I hope you're watching. And I told them that, you know, all I could think of and Stephanie could think of was just that was the tail off of a horseshoe crab. And if you ever find it, you can see how this socket's kind of made on the end. That besides the cartilage, that part is not attached to the shell.
Right, yeah, there's a layer of cartilage that connects the front of the shell, and this is the front. This is his eyes, and along with several other eyes, but there's a line of cartilage that connects that, and there's actually only cartilage that connects that to that. And within, this one's really dry already, so it won't be long before this one, just being out here in nature, that cartilage will dry enough where that part will just separate. Even if you try to keep those guys, unless you keep them inside, put them somewhere where no one ever touches them and messes with them, they won't stay together. If you find a shell that is complete and you keep it, you know, away from the environment, this is what he was talking about, that inner layer right there would be separated at the back. That one was too fragile, it broke when I picked it up. But if you keep it inside and don't handle it like starfish, they'll stay together for a much longer time that way. Some types of starfish, let me correct myself before somebody else decides they need to. Y'all still can too though. Some starfish are much more hardy and don't fall apart easily. The ones we have here, they disintegrate easily. Especially if you leave them outside, they're goners. But even if you put them on the inside, if you put them somewhere where nobody ever handles them, they'll last for a while, for years, if no one handles them. Oh, I see it. I just now looked. Once we got close enough, I see the boat, so that's good.
Luckily we do see the boat. Check these two big cockles out right here. Look how different they are. It's getting a little dark. Not good lighting. No. And the sun is going down at this moment over the horizon.
It is absolutely gorgeous too.
Right to the boat and we gone. So Stephanie and I just like I said earlier, we are truly thankful and feel blessed that so many people has come along with us on our videos in South Carolina and a few other places when we visited those areas. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. We definitely think it was worth our time coming out here. We couldn't be no more pleased with the shells and stuff that we have found today.
Absolutely not. Even if we would have found a tenth of that, we would have still been excited and glad. But
it ain't quite as dark as I thought it was. Nah, I actually knew I still had the shades on. But hey, thanks ladies, thanks guys. Till the next one. See ya.